So I'm going to start a Skyrim playthrough. Uh, this isn't one of my first videos. In fact, this is probably one of my less raw cuts. All the other videos are from streams I did on Twitch. I'm hoping to make this a series. Don't know if it'll be any good, but I'm going to try. You can find this mod list at wabbajack for Tinvaak. It's a sort of a vanilla plus playlist with some enhanced features. Lore-wise, they've added Wormtooth, which is a really good module. They have a lot of different mods, which I'll be showcasing here. I know I'm by no means a very big YouTuber. In fact, I don't have any subscribers, so I don't know who I'm talking to right now, but if you're listening, I appreciate it. And if you continue to follow me, I'm hoping I can put out some quality content. I'm learning, so you'll be learning with me. I'm using OBS to record, and I'm hoping to entertain. My first player character is going to be an orc, a warrior, non-dragonborn. I did enable the ability to learn shouts. I chose non-dragonborn because I think anyone who's interested in Skyrim has seen the main storyline 1,001 times, and I can only feign ignorance and delight a situation that I have resolved 1,000 million times. But having that path cut off for me might lead to some interesting opportunities. Anyways, I'm going to get this started. Again, I already made a character. I've done some running around. They've made the Whiterun Helm Breeze purchasable from the start. There's some starting settings called Skyrim Unbound. I had to give myself a bit of starting gold, some decent weapons, and some spells. And I did play for a few hours just to become familiar with the world. Somewhere down the line, I'll go through a startup video just to show you all what it's about. But for now, let's just jump into it. I'm by no means running a super expensive computer setup. Mine was maybe $100. It's not a bad setup, but it's a 1050 Ti with 32 gigabytes of normal RAM, no weird RAM speeds or anything like that. I have a few hard drives. This one's almost solid state. So right away you can tell that this has some pretty good lighting features. I'm going to check my EMB and make sure some crazy stuff is off. Let's see here. God, that's weird. I don't like depth of field in games. Let's see here. That's enabled. That's enabled. Enabled. Okay. Alright, everything looks like it's supposed to. If you ever want to access your EMP settings, which is a visual overlay for games to make them look better, you just press Shift Enter. Any changes you make, you want to apply or save and then load. If you have a good computer, you're probably fine just leaving it as is. There's a few settings that don't really add much, but use a bunch of system power, essentially, that I disable so that I have a more smoother play experience. Alrighty. So, this is Rutgar. He is a warrior with a little bit of mage. I'm throwing there. At first, I was just going to specialize in restoration and conjuration, but there's this spell called Harvest from iHarvest, and it summons little sprites to come around and grab ingredients around you. So my alteration actually has been leveling up because I love that. I don't use magic for combat though. I use it purely for where is it? Buffing my melee stuff. As you can see, the weapons are very reflective and pretty. That's due to a mod. I forget which one. Speaking of mods, this is pretty much everything. If you want a full mod list, just go to, again, wabbajack, look for Tinvaak, and just look at their mod list there. Excuse me, Red Bull. Added a lot of cool stuff. There's a class overall here that I'm looking to get into. They have let's see here. Here we go. They have different types of classes, and the requirements are different for each one. I'm looking to go Templar or some sort of Paladin recovery anti-undead set kind of situation. Quick Light's pretty helpful. It's like a little lantern, or if you choose, you can have it set as magic. iHarvest, the one I talked about. This one right here lets you do a werebear, and it kind of fixes the whole werewolf experience. Sucks, usually. This one fixes the vampires one. I actually haven't looked at. But I'm not a vampire. So this right here, once you become one, it has options. I believe it lets you reverse the feeding aspects. You know, feeding makes you more powerful versus weaker. Always thought vanilla vampires made little sense. But lore-wise, I get it. You also might have noticed challenging spells. So essentially, the harder the spell, the more experience you need to be in it, and the more mana you need to have, or magicka, if you want to go by Skyrim terms. So, that being said, if you don't invest in ways to reduce the cost of spells, then after 10 seconds it will drain your mana because it has like a mathematical formula, cost of spell divided by whatever per second. And if you can't hold the casting for 10 seconds without draining all your magicka, you don't learn the spell. Plus side is you don't consume spellbooks. So all these spellbooks I got can resell. And I haven't learned them. I actually failed a few times, which gives you mental exhaustion, which completely screws you over for magicka, regeneration or whatnot. There's two versions. There's the disease version, which you have to use shrines to get rid of. Then there's the 24-hour exhaustion version, which I decided to do just for convenience's sake. But I don't plan on spamming the rest button. I plan only being able to recover if I find the bed. I'm not going to sit down and rest spam. I find it tedious and boring. This is Breeze Home, obviously. So this part is the normal Breeze Home. You know, the alchemy bench, the living quarters and whatnot. But you go down here. You'll see this. There's a bunch of storage, obviously, bookshelves and such. And then there's, you know, stuff there. There's Alchemy Lab, and then there's an Arcane Enchanter. Orcs in this game are master smiths, and they made it so they had some enchanting skill when they started out. And I've also learned just a few. Breaking down stuff brought me to enchanting level 17, but I was already at like 10 starting, so there's that. If you look at my magical effects, you'll see a bunch of stuff here that is just kind of random. So you'll see resistant magic, expertise, and swords and whatnot. That is from Traits for Skyrim. I took off balance mode because this is my first character, and I just wanted to have a simple, easy experience. My next character, once I play for a bit and understand how it works, I'll do the balance system, which requires you to have an equivalent amount of bad buffs as opposed to beneficial ones. But I figured if I was playing a hero, he should be a hero. There's also the survival system. You've noticed probably the green icons. See thirst, quenched. I have potato bread running on here for 900 seconds. This is for being an orc. While fed, gives you a bonus. Health generates faster, stamina is increased. And that is from one of my favorite survival mods, Sunhelm, I believe it's called. Yeah, Sunhelm. You can modify some things here. I have all my neat settings to 6. 10 is the default. 6 is less micromanagement. But if you want a more realistic experience, like 3 meals per day, something like that, you can easily set it to 10 and have a go at it. But I plan on relatively long recording sessions, and I don't want to have to cut a whole bunch of me just munching on food. Alright, so you see there the air is comfortable. That's the temperature settings. All clothing now has warmth, so if I go over here, you'll see the warmth setting right here. Armor, weight, whatnot. Also, weight management is very important in this. I wish the muffler had some warmth for it, but aesthetically it looks nice. I like it. Found this, so that was good. I didn't break it down because I'm not going to be able to make 10% magic resistance for quite a while, and that's going to help me deal with mages. But you'll see that armor has warmth now, and I found warm banded armor, which is great, and it helps with the concentration spells. Anywho, I actually recently finished a quest to kill a vampire in Whiterun, and I did so quite humorously. Cool thing about Skyrim vampires is you can pretty much find out who they are by, going to the designated location and looking for the person with the messed up eyes. You'll also notice that this gate is very pretty now. There's reflective space, like light and whatnot, based on your position, even down there. But if I get close, you'll see it's a bit more pixelated, and that's due to my settings. If you had on the highest settings, this would be polished the heck out of. But this, for my purposes, I think is beautiful. Now, there's a lot of editing I could do for these videos, but unless it's like a crap ton of monotonous stuff, I'm not going to cut it out. Even traveling, things could happen, so I leave it on. I'm going to try and keep these videos relatively, for an adventure, relatively short, but I don't want anybody to think I'm jumping on the console and doing stuff, offline farming or whatever, or, a dream situation. I want to see something real quick, see if this is still a glitch. Nope, they fixed it. Cool. So this is my horse. They made horses only 1,000 gold, so that was just like one dungeon with a bunch of armor. Which, let me tell you, walking slow from cave all the way to here was not fun. Anyways, my current quest as Rutgar the orc. I killed the vampire, but I've got to report it to the Legend of the Stendars, which, if you look at this map here, is all the way up there. So first thing I'm going to do is travel to Dawnstar. I'm going to use the carriage to get there. And then I'm going to use my horse to get to the actual location of vigilance. I got that quest from a thing called Missives, which, if you've played Skyrim and modded it a bunch, is a relatively common mod, but essentially adds a quest board to towns. Now, as I said before, I'm playing as a non-Dragonborn, so that was weird. I don't know how that's going to affect quests, and how the world is going to be affected. That's quick light. If I hold the interact button, I turn on off. I meant to just get off the horse. Alright. So we'll see how that goes. And after a set amount of days that I put in, we're gonna have dragons regardless. And it's gonna be something. I imagine dragons are gonna be harder in this game because the combat's been changed. And once you see the perk tree, oh, I probably should talk to the guy first before I just jump into his carriage. Also, they've expanded on these guys' conversation. You can actually ask about towns. You can ask about rumors and roads. For now, I want to go. I always forget what the holds are, which, as a Skyrim player, is shameful. I know. I believe. Oh. Oh man, I'm having a bad day of this. No? Yes. There we go, the paleo. That makes sense. Snow and whatnot. Straight Dawnstar. Anything else? Some of you Skyrim aficionados might be aware that there's a chest there, but no, I don't use it. And as funny as I think that is, I'm not going to abuse that situation. You'll see these new loading screens. That is Oblivion-like loading screens. I think they're much prettier. They're less system intensive, and they are helpful. So, it's freezing, but I'm comfortable because I have warmth. So I'm just going to go into town to ensure I have this on my map. I'll see if I can fix something for myself. Set helm. There we go. Top right, now you can see the time. Alright. So, before I leave here, let's get a good look at the board, see if there's anything here I want to do. Oh, it seems there's no missives on this board. I've encountered this issue sometimes. There we go. Want it? Want it? No. Sure. Sure. And sure. There we go. Alrighty. Quest. So before I do any of this, I'm just gonna go ahead and head that way.
Clear. Bandits harassed the caravan. Still, a few days ago we ambushed. One of them stole the amulet. Even to me, my mother, was just him. Be careful. I miss my amulet. Life cannot be as easily. So many refuse to talk to us. They call us thieves and smugglers. Take a look.
Now I'm looking for interesting items, things that stand out to me, and I can afford. That's ridiculous. I'm thinking I'm gonna get this because that's pretty cheap and I can use that. Problem with me grabbing this now is I have nowhere to put it. But I do have the feather spell, so I might end up using that a lot. Alright, let's do it. Okay. Alrighty. I'm gonna go ahead and play Rutgar as a bit of a mercenary. And when I RP, it's mostly in my head, and based on choices in game. I like to add commentary or explain my decisions, but I'm definitely not going to do voiceovers. Not because I think it's bad or dumb, just because my voice doesn't have a lot of variation to it. I don't know if you've noticed. Actually, this might be an opportunity to level up some of my conjuration magic. Alright. Are you serious? My wolves in this game right now pretty smart. Yep. They're setting up an ambush. That's what I'm on. Skeletons come out of the ground. It's finally working. I'm gonna go ahead and position myself. Now these are relatively weak enemies, and I have some pretty good alpha generation that doesn't work. So unless they're dealing out a lot of damage, I'm probably not going to die. Yeah, get them, get them. They will do hit and run. Alright, now what I do want from these, I've learned, is these eyes are super valuable. Wolf Eye plus Goat Eye equals a tier 3, what I call it. Oh, don't want you. Poison. I think I keep track of my damage here. Oh, and I'll show you, just real quick. So, it'll search around for anything, and it'll bring it to me. Now, 2 went out, so I should be getting 2. But there it is. It might be stuck. There we go, snowberries. I doubt he's gonna last much longer. You served me well. I'm gonna name you Bob. Bob the Skeleton. There he goes. I use Simple Horse. Not because I chose it, but because it's the mod list, but it is one of my favorite, what is that? One of my favorite versions for horses. Is this Shrine of Talos? I've never noticed this outside Dawnstar. I'm sure this isn't the first time it's been discovered, or if it's a mod, it's not the first time someone's seen it, but this is a first for me. I'll look into it. I'm never sure about these, because Thalmor. Go ahead and quick save real quick. Like to spawn whenever you're near these. Ah, okay, so this is a shrine to Bella. Okay, I like that. Put that away. That. I'm not sure what happens if you steal stuff from shrines, so I'm just go ahead and. I haven't accepted a god yet, because I don't know what system they're using because I didn't think to look into it. So until I do, let's hold off on that. Also, I think an orc worshipping devil is both hilarious, but very non-lore compliant. Of course, there is the gourmet. There we go. Put that away. There's some custom animations. It's cold, so he's cold. But also, yeah, I like that. I don't know if it's default or vanilla, but I do like how there's some kind of impact here, there. And if you look at the feet, they're on the plane of the hill. Also, I'm gonna sprint. Here's me sprinting, and I can jump, which is not vanilla default behavior, which I think is lovely. Alright, let's get on the horse. Alrighty. Yeah. I don't think anyone ever removes the giant space launch glitch. I've always kind of wanted a giant mod that lets you kind of delve into their lore. That's a problem. So, okay, there's one. It's a halberd. I saw a third person. Where's he at? He's dumb enough to attack the giant. They run away. He ran away. Yeah, I'm not worried about him. I don't understand that, but okay. Let's see here. It weighs 15. A dagger would. Is that 1.5? It's 1.5. I can take that. So in Skyrim, you really want to look at value to weight ratio. There we go. That's what I've been looking for. Oh yeah, that's a battle axe. I'm pretty sure. Oh, it's a halberd. Which is another weapon to add in the mods. It's pretty great. That's not adding heat, and it's an ugly color, so I'm not going to use it. But I will take that. Let's see here. Sorry, let's come out. Items. I now have brown kitted muddler and a sleek. Nope, this is gonna be it. Fantastic. And I'm just gonna go ahead and drop that. This will help with my whole situation when it comes to heat. What's this over here? Is this a burrow? Or is this more giant stuff? I think this is more giant stuff. I'm not even. Some giant lore, I guess I can share with you, based on what I've read in TES 5 Wikia. is they're an offshoot or predecessor to the Atmorians. Because, you know, all the Nords, who are the predecessors, no, not predecessors, the offspring, there we go, there it is, of the Atmorians, so the companions, the original ones and whatnot, are much smaller in stature, you notice. Like when you go to, spoilers for the main storyline, but this is the only spoiler warning you're going to get from me in this entire series. The reason why they're bigger than you, I don't think, is because they're gods. Because if you look around, you'll see all the companions from the original. You'll see some of the people. They're much larger than your player character, much larger than any Nord. And I think that's because they were only like a few steps away from the originals, which were the giants. Very cold and bitter climates make sense that they would be more easily survivable by the larger of the races, at least in magical terms. Scientifically, being larger, it's harder to regulate your temperature, harder to stay alive, harder to do a whole bunch of stuff, just based on oxygen levels and whatnot. But this is a fantasy realm, so let's not get into that. Excuse me, I'm gonna have a drink again. But yeah, giants were considered, or at least speculated to be an offshoot of, or predecessor of the Atmorians. You'll notice that my weight just went down, and if you look at I believe that's because I'm not well fed anymore. It's vegetable soup. Go. There we go. This is the Hall of the Vigilant. A lot of people here.
Skyrim. Stand up, say to the innocent. Justice.
Now, I wish they had quests here, and they probably do, but I've never been able to figure out how to engage them.
Speak vigilant of stand up. Abort with any daydream. Any daydream. Their callous disregard for
You'll notice there's no voice line outside when I turn the quest in. And that's because there's a mod that allows you to put voice lines in without there being sound. I don't like the clipping on that face mask, but I believe that person was modeled to look nice, so proportions are a bit off. Alright, so that's done. So I've got a few quests I can choose from. I'm not sure if they're super local, so let's find out. So, we've got bandits, some letter deliveries. I think I like that one, but let's find out where it's at first. Oh wow, that is. It's not too far, it's up the road a bit and to the right, so let's go find the road. A little bit to the left, am I heading? You want to be careful of bears. They're massive in this game. What's this?
Sure it's the right person.
You know, I've had Skyrim for quite a while. I've never done that quest line.
Yes.
Interesting. This is probably content. I mean, I've never heard of Dunsta before, but I'm definitely going to look into it. But now I'm on the road. I'll try something I've never tried. So these are some new spells. And you'll see the spiders are a little bit different. I think they're pretty cool. I do not want to eat 6 of them. I just want to eat the 1. Okay, I'll take these. I think eye is a really good combination together when it comes to... Ooh, that's some bad poison. Jesus. There we go. Alright. I know there was another one, did I? You know, I have a memory of... Insert creature with bad memory. When it comes to things I just did. Well, I guess it's just gonna be 1 spider. I do have a mod cut eye HUD where I can turn off the compass, but I suck at navigating, so I leave it on. Otherwise, my screen's pretty clear, unless something is happening. I believe I need to go left. This is one of those situations. Nope, see? Told you. Keep going straight. So a bandit keep or just a keep? Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. So I cut around. I wish this game had a map that you can like shortcut key to, and you just bring it up and it like it's not like a load screen or a menu screen. It's just something that you can just interact with. No. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna. There's some things in Skyrim where if you interact with them, they spawn surprises. And my character's not high enough level for those surprises to be survivable. Fork in the road, go left. Wall straight. I do have a bow and arrow. I'm going to use it. It is a short bow though, so not gonna be very good for long distances. Give me your eyes. Ow. Right in the mouth. Alright. Honestly, I probably shouldn't be collecting all these eyes because it's going to screw with my weight. I don't know if I have anything with weight boosting food. But one of the benefits of being an orc and having a horse is they have their own carry weight. Of course, I got turned around. And if I'm lucky, I'll find like a place to do some alchemy. Another shrine of Talos. So that's a problem. And there I go. So this is what I was talking about. The random spawns and whatnot. Let's see how far back.
Yes.
Oof, rough. That's okay. Well, when first you don't succeed, try again. That's one of the great things about games. You may not always succeed, but death is usually just a pit stop to success. Can't say that about normal life, but you know, we do what we can. I will travel a bit more expeditiously to get us where we're going. And now, oh, there's that again. And now we know to avoid the shrine. So like I said, my character does have some ability to heal rapidly. And I did have healing potions, but I did not expect the damage to come out that fast. Certain areas of this game are no longer leveled, so when I go to them, they can whoop on me. Okay. I believe if I run over this rabbit, it will hurt it, and I will get a rabbit meat. Nope. Oh, wait, yes? No, okay. That's different. Different mod list. Now, if I'm being honest, I could probably take this fort, but there's a mod that I'm waiting to get involved in before I do that. Now, oh, let's not forget. I don't have constant autosaves. I do have them when I enter and exit a place, which is a good way to save me from losing a bunch of progress. But, where yeah, you'll. There you are. Alrighty. But I don't want to. There's a bug in Skyrim with autosaves, and if you have too much going on, you're liable to, gosh dang it, cause a crash. And there will be crashes. I know there will be, but as long as they're not every few minutes, I'm okay with it. Oh, I got 2 arrows back. That's nice. That doesn't always happen. Alright. Now. Nope. Actually, yep, here they are. Bye bye. Actually, since I'm here, let's see here. Cast a spell real quick. Interesting spells. Interesting spells. There we go. That's what I was looking for. And I believe I want this first. There we go. Wait. Real quick. I believe the feather lasts relatively. Yeah. This one's not as long, but still enough to get to where I'm going. On to the. So I'm gonna be able to cast 2 of these, so I gotta wait. There we go. Okay, good. Saving. Now, I want to see if I can actually take. Nope. Well, actually, maybe if I cast it first, that was probably my issue. Let's try that. Now, he should have 150% of the stats for the thing that killed it. Wow. Okay. And to be fair, that last thing was probably dumb. Very dumb. Because it could probably murder me in 2 hits. But also, for you. Oh, broken axe. I feel like there's like a lore thing, like a story here. But I've never. Maybe this was a place they brought. So like you see the axe here, it's broken, right? You see some warrior gauntlets and some stuff to reforge it, and then you see the, you know, the body material for mummifying and storing the dead. So maybe this is where they brought somebody who died in battle fighting honorably to. Now, the only issue with this is clearly a Talos statue, and that is clearly a Nord burial thing. And Talos wasn't a thing for quite a while. I mean, in comparison to this whole situation. Maybe current Nords who are aware of their old ancestral beliefs built the shrine to Talos in order to honor the fallen dead when they prepare them for burial. Maybe the iron ingots are an offering in hopes restoring the next warrior who comes along in order to fix this weapon and use it again in the future conflicts, possibly. At least that's what I'm getting out of it. I'm no scholar, so I'm not going to pretend to be able to wax poetic on that. I am going to get on this horse, though, and hopefully figure out where I'm going. I wish this horse had saddlebags, though. That'd be nice. Okay, I thought that was a bear. Just,
Long way to solitude.
oh. And honestly, I agree with that. I think if the Nords had their way, you would be a nation that is divided, which the Altmeri Dominion would want. So if we want the Imperials to survive, we would need that happen. Would need a united republic. Now, is banning the worship of Talos like a very, very thorny issue? Absolutely. Especially when divine properties are so easily apparent. Denying a god is it's almost a hypocrisy, right? Because we have shrines. I know we have magic we can do things in, but magic only goes so far. And you build a statue and you honor it, and suddenly you start getting divine properties from it, like, you know, healing and removal of diseases, and nobody's messed with it beyond building it. At least in the Skyrim universe, that should be proof enough that, you know, whatever, there's a god. Now, the argument can be made that maybe they'll marry, and there's no proof of this in game, but they could argue that it's a Aedra Daedra situation, and that they're not divine at all. They're just a Daedric entity pretending to be, and that Talos was just a man. There's one. And there's two. Oh, nice. Okay. I would use my sword more, but I do want to... I need to eat some food. I'm an orc, so I can do that. And some water. There we go. Oh wait, he dies. Almost forgot. Mirror eyes. Do you have any? No? Okay, what about you? Dude, yes. Alright. Oh, want my arrow back. I'd normally be taking these pelts if I was near a settlement. I don't know what the heck that was, Night Watch, but I'm trying to stay focused on my goal. Did I miss a turn? No, we're going the wrong way, but it's gonna be... Now, am I going the right way? Yes, it's gonna be on our right at the lake. That's a pond. I need that goat too, so I'm gonna get off of this real quick. And since I am not in a garbage situation, let's do this. I hope this isn't someone's goat. Oh, come on. There we go. Ooh, right in the bowl. There we go. And I'll be taking care of the wolves over there in a second. I need these goat eyes for alchemical. Please tell me you have one. Okay, I got one. Alright. That, take that, eat that. Knowing alchemical properties. I do make my own potions. They're not super powerful, but in a pinch they do. So, stamina is super important in the combat in this mod. It affects how much damage you do, how fast you move, all kinds of stuff. I hear hammering. I'm by no means a sneaky fella. I wear full armor, but I think from this distance, they don't look like bandits. I'm gonna take my chances, leave my horse up here. I do have a slow fall spell for when I want to do some cool acrobatics.
Finest weapons in armor.
What is it with you all staying on your anvils? I don't understand you. I think these are just added little shops to help with the whole situation. So I can sell this and get some weight back. Am I not wearing my armor? I am. There's a mod here that if you favorite something, you can't sell it, which is super helpful. So there's that. I got 1 pound of weight back. I think this is the cave, so let's... Interesting. You see what I see? You know, I should have probably realized Bronze Water Cave. Just slaughterfish eggs. No, barnacle. I want that. Alright, let's see this. Now, I see a wolf. Blocking is important. Taking direct hits damages your stamina like you would not believe. That was easy. Okay. Eat that. And give me that. I can take that now. That. I bet this cave is warm. Eight. I think I'll be able to barely carry this. Yes. Math. I don't want to wear those. They're better than what I have. They look dumb as hell. So I'm gonna sell them. But I gotta find out where I'm going first. So let's see that. Oh, back to Dawnstar. Alright. Well, I'm not gonna travel via horse all the way back there, so I'm just go ahead and. What's that? I'll fast travel places. I won't fast travel if I'm doing a quest or something to a location, because interesting things happen on the road. But I for sure am not going to waste y'all's time. I'm not sure how long the recording's been at this point, but I think we're reaching the end of the video after we complete this quest. There's not going to be a lot of fanfare. It's a missives quest, but I think we had some fun along the way. You watched me get my butt whooped by some ice wraiths, which is probably the combat lethality in this whole situation. Oh yeah, moving does give you heavy armor experience. I think it's pretty great. Oh yeah, and since this is probably going to be the end, yeah, I'll rent a bed and level up, because beds level up in this version of Skyrim Tinvaak. And I'll show you the perk screen, which is going to be a little bit different than what you remember from, unless you played Tinvaak before.
It's the same dream over it. It's normal. It's evil, I tell you. She has a pen. They must be a bowman.
Chances. Everyone. Doing what I can. In the meantime. Remain strong. Put your trust.
I will.
Then, stoke them. Thank you. This is for you.
Is it XP up there? I got gold for it. Let's see if there's any rumors. Oh, there's that.
Lives in Windhelm.
So, I haven't decided if this character would do the, whatchamacallit. Oh yeah, this is nice, I like this. I think this is what running the mods. This makes sense for an inn to have a hurt this big. I need to rent a room. But yeah, I'm not sure if this character would do the Dark Brotherhood.
Sorry. Mine was just some thing. Just for a different. Show you to your room. Like this.
I do appreciate that feature. I hate going door to door to figure out where the hell that is. Now, I would love for this mod list to have campfire, but they're trying to reduce the amount of script load, which is one of the reasons why, you know, Skyrim bugs out sometimes. It's thinking too much. Alrighty. Go ahead and do 12 hours. Plus 2 to make it 6 o'clock. Oh yeah, you like that, don't you? And here we are. So, I've been putting magic as my priority. If there's a spell I want to use that buffs my weapon damage. Oh, what's this at? It's at 13 now. Nice. I'm gonna get 1 point in alteration and alchemy because I am working on that. It's Wayfarer. Ah, yes. So this is the Wayfarer perk tree. This is fantastic. See this? I will be investing in that later, but right now I need to work on my survival. I don't care about sneakies for people who want to sneak. There's a joke that every person becomes a stealth archer eventually, but I've never had that happen to me. Here we go. There's that. That's all I really wanted for alteration. I might need to get Apprentice. And I may get this as well. In fact, I'm just going to get this right now because the weapon spell would be nice to be doubled up. It's just I don't know if I can cast it yet. I did level up twice though, and my character capacity has not increased due to the fact that I haven't put anything in stamina. But I've been handling that with meals. So here's hoping I can continue to do so with meals. Alright, sweet, sweet innkeeper. I need health, that's lovely. Poison, nope. Don't have stew, do you? You evil man. Alright, well, I know what I can do. Magic. And I cast. Just because this is a. Why can't I cast you? Does it need to be a one-handed weapon for real? No, it says it needs to be unenchanted. It is unenchanted. Well, I don't. I have magic now. Oh, I should probably still do this.
Mine was just a horse.
Oh, I have food poison. Mm-hmm. This is annoying. Let's try. Yep, gone now. That is weird. Okay. This should allow me to get home and start some stuff in my alchemy bench. And that's what I'll do before we head out. Now that quest I could start, but I personally don't think I'd be able to survive it. So let's go. Oh, we went pretty far, didn't we? That's To breeze home. I feel like they did Argonians dirty in this game. More when they had fire breath and water breathing, which I thought was pretty cool.
I've been looking for you. Something I'm supposed to see. Looks like that's it.
Oh, nope, not starting that yet. Ooh. This mod is a really great quest. Problem is, I've already completed it. And I don't want to ruin it for anyone who hasn't. So if you have time, go check out the Forgotten City, please do. I may do it sometime down the line, but I'm gonna wait until it's even older than it is before I do. Out of respect for the creators, who, by the way, are making a game based on it. And they're setting it, I believe, in Rome instead of this world, and they're making it way more expanded and kind of its own thing. So it's more of a teaser trailer for that game if you want to check that out. Let's get rid of that iron dagger. Gone. There we go. But yeah, let's put the ingredients in here. Not that, I want to keep that. No, I want to keep that too. So, if I do this and this, you see? Value. But I want to do that real quick. See. There we go. That's a 4. Oh wow, that's amazing. So, I could use these poisons as effective means of messing with somebody. So if you look at this, it screws the target regeneration. And if I get my alchemy up, the level will go up. But they'll attack everything, and they'll be poisoned while they're doing it. So if I had a mage with this, they're going to physical combat with their allies, which they're not good at, and they'll get completely slaughtered. There's a good way of taking out enemy mage users, magic users. Excuse me. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. Alright, put this in here. I also use it to make money. I think alchemy is one of the more rewarding for ingredients used in this game. I like to keep the paralysis on me in case I encounter something I need to run away from. Delightful. Alright, well, I think that's what we'll call it for this character. What can I say as a closing statement? I haven't played Tinvaak for about 2 days now. I think less is more is a great approach. And that's not really their preamble, but they haven't taken away from the vanilla Skyrim experience. They've actually added to it. And this is coming from somebody who didn't like the vanilla Skyrim experience whatsoever. I got it on PS3 when it first came out. I got the Legendary Edition. I have the plastic Alduin dragon, like two feet from me. My youngest found it in my box of stuff and insists that I have it in my office. And I have never been more excited and then more immediately disappointed in a franchise that I loved. Um, I went into that game with bright eyes after playing Morrowind to death, like on the Xbox, the original Xbox. Um, and to this day, I still remember how badly disappointed I was with the bugs and the voice acting, because they were the amount of ads there were about how the voice actors they were going to have, what they were going to do, and I feel like overpromised and underdelivered. They had such potential for so many things. In Magic, they really marketed Magic, but they like Morrowind was the most freest system. You could create any spell you wanted with any effects you wanted, up to X amount of magnitude, and just let loose and see what happened. Then Oblivion came around. You could still create spells, but they limited what spells and how. They made it cost more. They made you to do a small quest to do it, and it wasn't great. And I thought maybe it was because they wanted to reduce the amount of system use, make it more performance based, so you can add more to the game. But Oblivion, as great as a game as it was, and they did improve on the combat. It wasn't great improvements, but combat in Oblivion felt honestly in some ways better than combat in Skyrim. Then Skyrim came along. You can't even create spells anymore. You can only learn them. Magic doesn't scale. There's no way to make your spells do more damage beyond the perks, and then that level tops out, and once you get to higher levels, you might as well just not even cast magic unless it's like additive to your combat. They just really took the magic out of the situation. They made it subpar. And then the story was great, I think. It's just the delivery was poor. And the only redeeming feature about Skyrim is the modding capabilities that Bethesda allows us. And while I hate that users have to fix a game that is always delivered broken, and this is something that's been talked about for years now, I'm always thankful that we have that power. And I think Tinvaak, as of right now, out of all the mod lists I've tried, has added the most by adding little. I feel like if Skyrim was released feeling like this has felt, I would have had a much better time. But instead, I had backwards flying dragons and falling through the earth and all kinds of bugs, memory issues, bloat. I'm just glad that there's people in the world who are able to save a franchise that I care about, and that I enjoyed so thoroughly as a child. And I think you should check it out if you have the time. Wabbajack's simple. Nexus Premium isn't that expensive. I know $40. I don't remember how much it is now. Might be a bit on somebody's expensive now, especially considering our current situation around the world. But if you have the money to spare, instead of going to McDonald's 3 or 4 times, go get that Nexus Premium membership, get Wabbajack, and download the mod list. Check it out. It's all automated. There's very little you have to do. There's clear instructions, and I tell you what, I think you'll have a lot of fun. Anyways, this is Almighty Cricket. If you made it this far in the video, I hope you enjoyed the whole adventure here. And if you could like, subscribe, or add a comment, tell me what I can do better or what you'd like to see, I'd appreciate that. I hope you have a lovely day. Till next time, farewell.